To tak, jeszcze raz witam wszystkich. Na Twitchu i na YouTubie. Na czym my skończyliśmy? Skończyliśmy na tym, że mamy 2 zgony. I nie wiadomo kto zabił. Według jednego z martwych Yasuhiro jest sprawcą. I w zasadzie nikt inny nie przychodzi mi do głowy. Hiro może być. Jego się możemy pozbyć. Nikt inny nie przychodzi mi do głowy, jeśli mamy rozpatrywać to w kwestiach, powiedzmy, logicznych. Bo wszyscy... No i oczywiście, ale to też nie jest kwestia logiczna, że może Kyoko zabiła. Ale nie, to nie może być Kyoko. Więc to musi być Hiro, sorry. Wszyscy inni byli mniej więcej w okolicy. I w parach albo w trójkach. Ale niech gra mnie zaskoczy. Gdybym miał obstawiać tak w ciemno, to niech będzie Hiro. Trudno. Pojęcia nie mam. Okej, nie wiem czy jestem gotowy. Pewnie max do 20 ten stream potrwa dziś. Ale let's go. Because first I'd better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it? That's it. Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. There is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe. There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Jak mamy robić zakłady, to tak, to Hiro zabił. Chociaż to nie może być takie proste, ale może właśnie, ma być takie proste. Bo mógłbym powiedzieć, że to Hifumi zabił. Mimo, że Hifumi nie żyje. Are you talking about Kyoko? Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here? Don't be rude. I'm here to... That's zupełnie nowy głos. I'm here to answer your questions. What question? You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
ついでにそこのぬいぐるみに聞いておきたいんだが、共犯者が存在した場合はそいつも黒になるのか？
では答えましょう。
Właśnie, jak to było?
殺人の際、共犯者を味方につけることは可能ですが、卒業できるの
To
は
jest lekko słabe.
実行犯である黒い地名のみです。
つまりいくら殺人を手伝ったところで共犯者は得しないのね。
A co by było, gdyby Hifumi i Taka zabili się wzajemnie? Czy to ma jakiś sens? Skoro i tak jedna osoba, zabójca właściwy, by mógł wyjść stąd. Dobrze, nie będę w to brnął.
じゃあ共犯者ってのはなさそうだな。
Ale?
つまり
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
ならば
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
あのね
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget. No matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
つまり
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
じゃ
Okay, let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine
あ
is
エクストリーム
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened, so just one person?
さてと
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. Zauważyłem, że Jaku za 6 już jest. Niestety z rodzinką to nie będzie możliwe u mnie. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
されど
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation. I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
あのさ
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone as suspect, just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jill.
あららららら
What? What?
だってる
Witaj Ventureo, dzięki za follow. I'm offended! Czyli znów się zacząłem zastanawiać, czy followy działają, ale działają. You, when did you? I've been looking... Aha, to ja jej robiłem brytyjski głos. Brytyjski accent. I've been looking all over for you, master. Ah. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway... What? You there, milk sack swimmer girl. Milk sack?
なわけないじゃん
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
なんなの
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
あららららら
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every... Suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know? She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, to jest też ważne, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
何言ってんの
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about. On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
ならば
Ale przecież one niby... Nie było tak, że pilnowali ich jakoś specjalnie, ale... To, że zniknęły, było dość mocno dziwne według mnie. No i to, że ktoś musiałby je przenieść, czyli ktoś musiałby fizycznie w stanie być je przenieść. A czyli, no, Robo Justice oczywiście. Ale kto... Kim jest Robo Justice? Kto jest Robo Justice? Gdzie jest Robo Justice? Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway. Why, Hina? Why?
決まりだ
Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. But all but one of us has an alibi. So figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me. But I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Nice. Monogama file number 3 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Nie wiem, czy to da radę 2 godziny potrwać. Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, and so me and Sakura stuck together.
でも
And we came. Right, the repository. To, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. To prawda? We couldn't get inside. Jak to it was locked? Przecież sam próbowałem otworzyć te drzwi i były zamknięte. Ale ja nie jestem moją postacią, tak do końca jednak. And we came. Here as soon as the search started. So there's no way someone could beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? Co ty, mistrzu, piszesz? Chcesz bana? Ja wiem, kto je zamknął od środka, Hifumi. To by pasowało do teorii, że to być może Hifumi jest zamieszany w morderstwo i albo Taka również. Po pierwszy oberwał Hifumi. Znaczy pierwszego... no tak. Tak było? Czy to było tak, że najpierw Hifumi był niby zaatakowany? Potem było znalezione ciało Taki. A potem było znalezione ciało Hifumiego, że już jest dead. Tak było? Ale to Hifumi nie był pilnowany cały czas. No i to, że jeden był na pierwszym piętrze, a drugi był na trzecim piętrze. Pamiętajmy, że jak była informacja... Chociaż nie, to była tylko jedna informacja, że jest zgon. I się okazało, że Hifumi jeszcze żył. Dobrze. Na razie nie potrafię tego złożyć w jedną całość. Więc Hiro jest zabójcą. Tego się trzymajmy. I wonder the same thing. Nieprawda, że I wonder. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Why? Młotki mnie raczej nie interesują. There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. Would you like my help? Hi. Yes, let's look back on things. This morning only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor. Then quickly came... Sorry. Coś dzisiaj jest ze mną nie tak. To chyba ten wczorajszy dzień Mario. And got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. Czy można z tego zdjęcia wywnioskować, że Hifumi udaje? I to, że wiedział, że jego imię brzmi Robo Justice. I zupełnie przypadkiem ktoś napisał na nim literę RJ. It was Robo Justice. Jak gdybym zaczął mówić, że to jest... It was... Gundam Desai. Albo Gundam Wing. Też się mówiło Wing Gundam, nie Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing to jest tytuł anime. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. Yo, Polski. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library, on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor when we split up and began searching. Then right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. W końcu suspect przeczytałem poprawnie. Hearing her screams, we quickly made out? Fuck. Nie, ten stream dzisiaj się nie może oddać. We quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him. The strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... Yeah? Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celestina and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. But he was not dead. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened. But at the same time we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were... Nope. Totalnie nieprawda. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time, ale wtedy nie było... Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, psychics chciałem przeczytać, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone. Then we... Ile? 26 minut już chrypa streamera. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time Taka's body had disappeared. So from there we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now. Leków na gardło to ja mam dość chyba. Nie potrzeba wyzdrowieć. Po prostu. O. Tak zrobić sobie rok urlopu od wszystkiego. Żebym tylko siedział i grał po cichu. Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know, I'm fine anytime. No to pół roku, okej. Dobrze, będę grał w gry, ale bez gadania. A może tak być? To tak, jeśli mam podsumować po swojemu. Najpierw się okazuje, że Hifumi został zaatakowany przez nieznanego kogoś. Znika. Następnie znajdujemy niby jego ciało. I odgrywa się ogłoszenie o znalezieniu zwłok. W tym samym momencie idę szukać reszty. Chociaż nie. Bo w tym momencie? Czy dokładnie jak ja wszedłem do pokoju, gdzie był Taka? No ale było jedno ogłoszenie. Ja na pewno o czymś zapominam. Ale gdybym miał obstawiać, że Taka i Hifumi współpracowali ze sobą, ewentualnie Hiro i Hifumi współpracowali ze sobą, to pierwszą ofiarą był Taka. Bo potem, kiedy wszyscy wrócili do Hifumiego, to się okazało, że jego ciała nie ma. A potem jak wrócili do Taki, to się okazało, że Taki ciała nie ma. Czy Hifumi byłby w stanie to ciało przenieść? Na pewno jedna osoba szybko by nie przyniosła zwłok jednego i drugiego. Więc jedno z tych ciał to nie mogły być zwłoki. I to, że drzwi, gdzie potem znaleziono ich, były zamknięte, a potem nagle były otwarte, to znaczy, że ktoś się zamknął prawdopodobnie od środka. I to mógł być Hifumi, który nagle cudownie ożył. Żeby za chwilę umrzeć. Tylko to, że oni obydwaj nie żyją, to średnio pasuje do tego, że kogoś mielibyśmy oskarżyć o zabójstwo. A były dwa ogłoszenia o zgonach. Więc muszą być dwa ciała. Gdybyśmy szukali bezcelowo zabójcy, biorąc pod uwagę, że zabójca już też nie żyje, to do czego by to mogło doprowadzić? Pewnie wszystko, co powiedziałem, jest bez sensu. Ale na pewno się okaże na koniec. Hifumi, wstawaj. Hifumi's big cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean big! I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? I sam... Dobra. Gra nie musi mi tak podpowiadać. Ja rozumiem, że on sam się przemieścił. Big body. From the nurse's office, where he was discovered to here, the repository, to jest na 3. piętrze, prawda? All the way from the 1st floor to the 3rd, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. You do... I can... To na zasadzie... Jakim cudem zabójca mógł zrobić to i to, a jednocześnie być tu i tu? Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, co się mogło stać. For now I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait? Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. Okej, no chyba nie to, że miał rozłożone ręce tutaj. That's it. His glasses. Okay. While his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they are completely clean. No jak mógł w zakrwawionych okularach dobiec na 3. piętro? Does it mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why? Nice. Hifumi's glasses has been added to the truth. Nie przeczytam dziś tego słowa poprawnie. Truth bullets section of your handbook. Right? Dobra. Są takie w tej grze niestety podpowiedzi, że aż... No, mogłoby ich nie być. Byłoby trudniej. Na zasadzie nagle sobie przypominamy, że może ktoś pomagać zabójcy. Czyli może ktoś pomagał zabójcy. Monokuma, czy ktoś pomagał zabójcy? Nie mogę wam powiedzieć, czy ktoś pomagał zabójcy. No bla bla. Czyli ktoś pomagał zabójcy. Taka. He'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Why? Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. But blue tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Dobrze, czyli Taka był tu przeniesiony, a Hifumi sobie tu wszedł i się położył. Wszystko się zgadza. Wszystko przebiega zgodnie z moim... There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using this as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Okej. Ale biorąc pod uwagę, jak mi ta gra idzie, to nie wiem, czy kolejne części będą dosyć szybko ogrywane. Nice. Spotless hammer has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. A, jeszcze wózek jest też podejrzany. Nie chcę Hifumi, nie chcę jego body. Tak, Big Cold Body. Tak, tak. Kiedyś tak. Kiedy? It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kinda awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? O, tego bym nie zauważył. And look at the wheel. Oh no, there's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Aha, dobra. To, co mógłbym powiedzieć, a mi umknęło, że ciało Taki zostało przeniesione, ale dalej to było to samo piętro. Więc jak najbardziej mógł być użyty ten wózek. To, co mnie zastanawia, to wydaje mi się, że jest jeszcze jedna klatka schodowa. Bo inaczej byłoby niemożliwe, że wszyscy idą na dół, sprawdzić, co z Hifumim jest, a Hifumi jednocześnie przemieszcza się do góry. Tylko to, co najbardziej mnie ciekawi, czy Robo Justice to był Taka w przebraniu, czy może jednak nie? Czy jednak Hifumi? Bo albo współpracowali ze sobą, żeby odzyskać komputer, ktokolwiek go przejął, albo Hifumi namówił Hiro, żeby mu pomógł się pozbyć Taki. Repository Dolly has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Something else? Chyba nie. Byakuya coś powie? Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearance all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died. Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
つまり
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he is the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kinda dumb, but do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
なんだ
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is why they bother killing two people?
何
Because all the rules says it. If you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you are the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing two people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out. Tak, ale zawsze jedna osoba mniej do znalezienia zabójcy.
なるほど
Hold on, perhaps. I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
やめろ
Don't talk to me as if we were friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
じゃあな。
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words. Fuck. Hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Oczywiście, bo on jest zjebem. Dobrze, chyba wszystko co tu jest. Na pewno ważne wskazówki będą, kiedy znajdziemy Hiro. A czy w grę wchodzi to, że Taka i Hifumi postanowili się sami skasować wzajemnie? Z miłości do komputera? I to ma być taka wielka tragedia, że my wskażemy Hiro jako zabójcę, bo tak powiedział Hifumi, a się okaże, że to nie był Hiro i wtedy wszyscy zginą. I jedna wielka, wesoła, martwa rodzinka. Może tak być? Bo tak jakby plan minimum na rozdział jest wykonany, że są 2 trupy. There's only one way in and out of this room. Through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door. No oczywiście, to ja już to powiedziałem. But it can only be locked from inside the repository. Ale to już powiedziałem. Wiedziałem, że to będzie prawda. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository, so that certain someone... Repository door has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Nie, już nie. Maybe I should check somewhere else. To raczej tak. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office, where Hifumi was found. Then the equipment room, where Taka was found. Bo wracając jeszcze do zakładów. Jeśli to Hifumi zabił Takę. Chociaż nie, to tylko jeden morderca będzie. Bo Hifumi musiał wtedy sam siebie uszkodzić. Jeśli tylko tych dwóch byłoby zamieszanych, wtedy tak czy tak Hifumi byłby mordercą. Czyli jakbym wskazał tylko Hifumiego, to było ok. Co, mam iść do nurse's office? No i to, co mnie zastanawia. A nie, są 2 klatki schodowe, ale jedna prowadzi na górę, a druga prowadzi na dół. Ale na tym piętrze. Na tym też. Nie. Coś mi się przyśniło, że były tu 2 wejścia na górę. chociaż tak szybko. No, tak szybko, dobra, już idę z buta. Oczywiście nie pozwolą mi. Ale potem muszę sprawdzić, czy w części mieszkalnej nie ma klatki schodowej. So, Celeste. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. A Hiro sobie siedzi w pokoju może. Albo nie żyje. Nie, raczej żyje. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body. How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
そうですわね。
Correct, Hinoa was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. Ah! And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move... Dobra, niech brnijmy w to. To get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Celeste's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I w zasadzie jeśli to Hifumi jest zabójcą, to jak będzie przebiegał sam proces? Że ja będę zasadniczo bronił Hiro? Dobra, zobaczymy. Kosz ma jakieś znaczenie? It's just a normal trash can. Wait! There is something inside! It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Oh, but it's also covered in blood. Huh, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can. A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. Blood. Made by the blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Ah, me either. No. Glasses cleaning cloth has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Justice Hammer 3. The one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. I to wszystkie poszlaki, które są. To jest lodówka. A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. Blood. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. No cóż się może stać? There's a bunch of blood. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. Ale ja już to mówiłem. Mój bohater jest idiotą. Nie lubię go. It doesn't help me though. O, może zmienię głos. It doesn't help me though. I'm not a vampire. Duh. I'm not a vampire. Yes. I wracamy na trzecie piętro. Mogłem zrobić to od razu, prawda? Tylko zasugerowałem się, że gra jest bardzo restrykcyjna i jeśli najpierw jest mowa, że sprawdzić Nurse's Office, to sprawdź Nurse's Office, bo ci nie pozwolimy sprawdzić czegoś innego. Wow! Wow! Niesamowite. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dollar in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Would that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. No, it can't be. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Okay, equipment room bloodstain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But, jakie znowu but? I zawsze musi być but. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Dobra. Niech mój bohater będzie tylko idiotą, a nie ja. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. Yep. Tu. Huh, this tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before and just recently too. O, jedna moneta, wow. Czyli to nie jest poszlaka. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed. Such an ultimately rare event. Dobra, gdzie jest Hiro? Ja chcę tylko wiedzieć, czy Hiro będzie brnął w zaparte, że nie ma z tym nic do czynienia, czy może będzie to wyglądało jakoś trochę inaczej.